Alright, so today I made the horrible mistake of going on Facebook. I saw this post of like this motorcycle dude. He was going like 140 on the freeway, like just something crazy. He got pulled over by like a helicopter cop or something. Like the helicopter cop caught the speed, and then a cop went and pulled him over, got reckless driving, all that, blah blah blah. I'm just thinking like, how expensive is it to have an entire helicopter, just to like not even catch the people, but just to like get the speed? Like how much is that gonna cost? I don't know, but like to me that just doesn't sound worth it. All right, especially because that's not gonna change the fact that in the U.S. so much of our major transportation system is just a flat concrete slab that theoretically you can drive as fast as you want on. Of course, like legally, just by like what the words in the law say, you have to go like what 70, 55, whatever. Dude, nobody's doing that unless you have like an actual way to like prevent it from happening in the first place. It's not gonna stop. So like just having a higher ticket citation fee isn't gonna change the problem, blah blah blah. So I commented like saying that, and just like out of the woodwork is like there's like 10, 15 of like the most common car brain rot like comments. I drive, I have a car, blah blah blah, who cares? If you want to be able to like traverse the US, car is unfortunately like the number one option. As somebody who likes playing city skylines, I like to map out what I think is better. I try to build something better than this. So I just want to like go over some of like the responses, and like, because you hear them all the times whenever anything about public transit is brought up. Trains won't take me to where I need to go, and this is because like cars are like they're the most convenient, right? You can drive from your house to your job, blah blah blah, but that only works if you take out the entire space in between. If you're trying to get everybody there, you're going to need a lot of lanes. That's going to take away from like businesses on the side of the streets. You're going to have parking, which is going to take away from like the actual city and what could be like park space or anything else, literally anything else. You're going to have space in front of your house for a car. You're going to have to actually pay for the car. It's not like it's free. And it's stupid because like trains can take you where you need to go. It's just right now we don't have anything built where trains are. We don't have trains going where people are. It's not a function of trains that is wrong. It's our design of it that is just like stupid because we've invested so much into cars. And I kept seeing people talking about trains are for poor people, and it's just like when we're talking about this, it's like, are we like what's really going on? What's really the conversation that you want to have? Because you don't want to be around poor people, homeless people. They're still going to exist. So instead of, you want this to just be some sort of like life simulator where you just ignore all of the poor people as if they're not human, as if they're not your neighbors too. Like it's just, I think that just speaks to the point that we are, where it's like we don't feel like helping anybody. People don't want to help. And cars give me freedom and happiness. I think the fact that you need a like 2-ton, multiple $1,000 vehicle that you need to constantly be refueling and putting all your money into, if that is what gives you freedom to move around your city is built wrong. It's a band-aid fix. Because if you don't have a car, then you're just like shit out of luck. Okay, good luck to you for trying to go to, I don't know, the grocery store. Good luck to you for trying to go to like a nature park outside the city. Good luck to you. Because my car gives me freedom. That's not freedom. That's like it's a leash. It's a leash that's given to you if you put enough money up for it. It's just ridiculous. How are you gonna call that freedom? Like trains would give you the actual freedom to like travel where you would want to faster, not sit in traffic, and also not have to lug around this giant machine that you still have to pay for to park. Like that's the thing about like doing like a road trip. Like if you're trying to go to a big city, like you're just lugging around all this extra stuff with you. Oh, you could take a plane, dude. TSA, ain't nobody trying to deal with that. It's actually just ridiculous. Like, oh, we have to scan your face before you hop on this plane. It's for security purposes. Man, get on my face. That's not freedom. I need to take my giant RV or boat to the lake once a year. Okay, go take your car. But like, why does that mean that none of us can have access to public transit? None of us can have any type of investment in like trains. It's ridiculous. It's the most like that's not even an argument. That's like, oh, well, I need to do this every once in a while, so nobody should have access to this for the rest of life. Like, what are you talking about? If you need to take out your RV or your boat to the lake, dude, nobody's gonna stop you. Us having trains is not gonna stop that from happening. Trains are loud. Oh, this one pisses me off, dude. I live next to a freeway. I'm sure most people do, and it's literally like it's a never-ending sound of this. It doesn't end. If you're in a city and there's a freeway next to you, it's a freeway across the river, you're always gonna hear it. It never stops. A train, it's gonna go through once and it's gonna be loud. Yeah, it's gonna like, but it's not even comparable, dude. The fact that we're trying to act like that's comparable is so stupid to me. Trains are crowded. This one is goofy to me because you could add another train. We can increase capacity, increase frequency, but when like let's say like you're sitting in traffic with cars, right? If you add another lane, that's not gonna do nothing. You're still gonna be crowded in the road. You're still gonna be crowded trying to crawl your way through traffic, just slamming your brake, pressing the gas a little bit, moving forward an inch at a time. But with the train, that is not how it works. Yeah, it might be like crowded inside, but then at that point, that's just like a funding issue of like, okay, we can get some more capacity. That can be fixed. That's not like an end-all be-all for trains, but for traffic, it literally is. Because then it's like, oh, we're just gonna sacrifice even more of the space for a lane that will get filled up eventually. And then people saying like, oh, I don't want my tax dollars going towards the poor's being transported. Like, okay, so that is such like a wrong for you, but you're fine with our tax dollars like over $1 trillion going towards the military and going towards these BS foreign wars and the entire propaganda machine. Like, are you being serious right now? Like, where is the real harm in the world at? People getting around the city, or people dying because of your tax dollars going towards wars to fund some oil billionaires' dreams of oppressing even more people? Blah blah blah. It's really ridiculous, dude. I saw this other one. It was like, oh well, it's too late to build anything. We're already too late. We're not. We're not too late. And like, what kind of mindset is this? Like, this is like, that's just like the most bitch shit I've heard. We're too late to build trains. Dude, we did it before. Other countries have done it before. Like, China just built up a high-speed rail like system in like 20 something years. Who's to say we can't do it? Only thing stopping us is like the fact that we have to cut through so much nonsense, and then the corporations are trying to hold us back, so then they can keep selling us our little tiny metal boondoggles, because you can make a lot more money doing that rather than providing an actual transportation solution. And then nobody's gonna ride a train in the U.S. I think like the argument with this is like, oh, like nobody wants to because the poor people, blah blah blah. Well, if we build our infrastructure in a way that's like sort of like appealing and not like slapped together with the minimum amount of funding, and like actually provide like proper service, we can get many people to do this. Because like I don't know about y'all, but like I am tired of like having to sit in traffic or even going on a plane. Like, I don't want to use a plane if I want to go across the country. We're in the same country. Why should I need to hop on a flight? Like, that's like across, you know what I mean? I'll hop on a flight if I need to go across the big water. Okay, but across the land, we could literally just use a train. That's the dumbest thing I heard. And then people saying like, oh, I don't want to rely on trains. Nobody's forcing you to. Nobody's gonna force you to. And like, have you thought about the fact that not everybody wants to rely on cars? Like, there's old people out there. They should not be driving. Like, every single day you're gonna see some old folks flying over the freeway or something, doing something crazy, ridiculous, when they should either be at home or be on public transportation. But because our public transit right now is so ass, nobody's gonna want to choose that. If they have the option for a car, nobody's gonna want to choose that. So the old folks, they're just gonna keep driving. They don't know what the fuck's going on. Looking like, huh? Have y'all ever worked as a cashier and like they're trying to like pay for something? Like, why is that the most confusing thing I've ever known? Like, that's what really is like telling me like your ass does not need to be behind the wheel of a 2,000 pound car, whatever. Like, it's really just ridiculous. And I mean, there's other public transit than trains too. Like, we got buses, we got all that. You know, we could also invest in bike infrastructure. You know, and we could also keep car infrastructure while also taking away the most damaging parts of it. You know, the fact that it causes so much pollution in all our communities and it takes up so much space in our inner cities. Like, that's something that really needs to be addressed. And that's like, it's ridiculous that like city dwellers, people who live in cities, have to deal with that, while suburbanites get to complain and get what they want about everything. It's like, we need to have a balanced approach to this. And then trains can't go in every neighborhood. So I just want to know if we've heard of like trams, like little tinier trains that take people through neighborhoods, or streetcars, the things that we used to have throughout neighborhoods in every single city. You know, they're like these tinier trains. They hold like small or larger amounts of people, but go a little slower. They go on streets where people live, and they allow you to get to either other transit or to the place where you need to go. So we can definitely put those in neighborhoods, and at the same time, that'll allow us to like densify our housing. Like, those areas with trams, you're gonna want to put like denser housing there. So like, if you live in a suburb, you probably wouldn't have like a tram or like a streetcar going through your little wavy jungle, but you could definitely have like maybe a train connection on the outside of it that's easily walkable. You know, and at the same time, that would drive up like business opportunity. Like, that's good for the community. Get more people there, you got more vitality. And trains are slow. Like, I don't even understand, dude. I saw this thing about like the maglev in Japan. Dude, that thing goes 300 miles per hour. So trains are not slow. You're not getting that type of speed with any type of vehicle, with any type of ground-based vehicle other than a train. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, trains are slow, yes, if you put them on the same road as cars. If you put them on the same road as cars, trains will go slow, because cars are slow. Cars are stupid. And then, how will I navigate the city? We will open up our Google Maps, Apple Maps, whatever, and we can choose where we're going to go. Okay, from there, we are going to see, okay, my transit stop is going to drop me off here. I am however close, so from there I can either take a bus, or if I'm close enough, I can bike, or if I'm even closer, I can walk, scoot, cycle, whatever. You can figure that out. Like, just because the spot isn't going to be like directly in front of your front door isn't the end of the world. Like, it's the convenience of a car that's keeping us down so much. It's ridiculous. And trains are getting to home and work only. So I don't understand, like, if people understand that we can build trains like to get us to anywhere, right? There's like these nature parks out here in Oregon, and like a lot of them would be perfect if you could take a reliable train to, because there's this issue where, like, you know, if too many people go and there's a limited amount of parking, then what the fuck are you supposed to do? So if we can get more people there with the train track, the tracks already exist. They're already there. You can build a train track through anywhere. You can do that. it's not just for going home into work. It could really take us to like imagine like all the national parks. You can just get there from wherever you are in the country. You can take train rides, high speed train. You can get there. That would drive up so much like that's beautiful right there. But right now it's like, okay, you gotta either take a flight that's gonna cost you hella money, or you can drive and that's gonna cost you hella money in gas and all the other shit of like parking and all that. It's just a money trap. And trains are, oh no, this one is like, this one doesn't really have to do with trains, but like since the post was about speeding, this person was like, oh, cars that drive slower are more dangerous, so it's not that bad if you speed. So that like study they're talking about is talking about like within traffic, so it has no type of accounting for like pedestrian safety at all. So like, yes, train or driving slower in freeway traffic is going to be more dangerous, but like if you're in a city and you're driving fast, that is way more dangerous for pedestrians, and that's killing people, that's killing kids. You know, if our system isn't safe for kids, then it's not safe for everybody. And I think that's like the biggest takeaway, especially because like the types that'll come out and defend the status quo so hard are always going to be like, oh, but what about the children? We have to save the children, and we're gonna save the children by putting people in the bathrooms to check their genitals and all that. And it's like, dude, you are completely off the point. We could like, there's so many other things that are happening in real life that we can make better. Like, we can save people's lives. Like, look at all this shit. There's always an accident on the news. There's always somebody driving through a brick wall in a CVS. There's always somebody running over a kid in front of a crosswalk. And like, we refuse to solve the issue with it because it's convenient, because cars are convenient, and I'm tired of it. And it's just so stupid because you can never realize that you're wrong. We can never realize that. All right, that's it for my rants. I will be back when something pisses me off like this again. I hope y'all learned something.